Hello everyone, very good afternoon. So I welcome you all for this enriching session of Anthropology Optional from Apti Plus. So you all know that myself Neeraj Nachiketa, I am faculty teaching subject for a long time. You also know me as a faculty for teaching SNT, Science and Technology and Environment. तो अगर देखा जाए साइंस टेक और इन्वायरमेंट और एंथ्रोपोलॉजी बहुत क्लोज रिलेशन है बट anthropology as a subject itself is a very big subject. So I welcome you all so that you have joined right now in the YouTube channel and you are watching this session right now. So I will go through every aspect of the optional subject of anthropology by giving you the entire blueprint how this subject becomes very important for UPSC mains exam. But again, not only UPSC mains exam, even for state PCS exam. जैसे कि जब मैं भुवनेश्वर आता हूँ तो वहाँ पर जो ओपीएससी एग्जाम होता है, ओडिशा पब्लिक सर्विस एग्जाम और ओएस एग्जाम, वहाँ भी मेंस में ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट और एंथ्रोपोलॉजी भी है. आई शो यू एट द सम पार्ट ऑफ माय सेशन द सैंपल क्वेश्चन ऑफ द यूपीएससी एग्जाम पेपर 1 पेपर 2. एट द सेम टाइम आई also little bit discuss about this Odisha service which where you have. But again remember that it's not the matter of one state exam. You take any state exam across the country where you have optional subject, anthropology as one of the part of curriculum is highly demanded. तो मैं ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा. I will go through every aspect one by one and you will be able to understand and why this subject has become so important and why you should choose this subject. Right? आप ये anthropology subject लेना आपके लिए क्यों बहुत important हो सकता है, वो सारी चीज़ें मैं बताऊँगा. I will be telling in a bilingual way. So I will be using Hindi in between and also English there, so that the people coming from both the background will be able to understand it. So what is very important here, when you say anthropology, right? Anthropos, that is a man, and logos, science. So in a very simple common language, you all know anthropology means study of humans and its world. So if I have to divide the anthropology subject in a crucial manner here, let me just put across here the entire subject. If you look at, there are four major part of it. Then I'll come from the UPSC syllabus point of view and I'll make you understand here. So if you look at in this one, we can broadly divide into four big chunks. Right? We can take it to four big chunks. And you know that today anthropology subject is taught in the universities and academic centers. अगर हम इंडिया की बात करें तो एंथ्रोपोलॉजी अगर हम एकेडमिक डिसिप्लिन की बात करते हैं ज़्यादा साल नहीं 40 to 50 years compared to Western world. If you compare with the Western world, right from 1882 onward, this subject has been the development phase. But if you look at Indian universities and all, it's just past 40-50 years. But now, if you look at in terms of competitive exam, let's say for civil service examination, it has become a very popular. More than academic, this subject has gained importance from civil service exam point of view, and it is one of the most sought out optional toppers, rankers, and every year, you take top 5. Forget about the top 5. You'll have one ranker with anthropology option. अब देखो आप 2000 लास्ट 24 का 2024 का आप देखो रिजल्ट जो आए हुए हैं, आप सारा रिजल्ट देखो पिछले 5 साल के 10 साल का देखो, आप देखोगे जो टॉप 5 टॉप 10 में आपको एंथ्रोपोलॉजी ऑप्शनल के मिलेंगे. मतलब ये एक स्कोरिंग सब्जेक्ट हो गया. तो नाउ इफ आई ब्रेक इनटू दैट, वन इज दिस वन, फिजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. This is one very important part. I will be coming to the syllabus part. You will be able to understand the syllabus part also. Physical anthropology is more anatomistic, right? Is more of anatomistic and more biological part of it. Human, and you all that, right? If you look at in terms of species, man is a species, right? In millions of species worldwide, we are one of the species which is dominating species. Right now in modern era, we are dominating one. तो अगर हम मानव की बात करें एक प्रजाति के तौर पे, एज ए स्पीसीज के तौर पे, तो we have become a very dominating species to this time. So biologically, we are all animals, right? And in biology, we read about Homo sapiens, right? Modern man, sapiens. That's what scientists have given the name. But We had our ancestors also there. हमारे पूर्वज जो थे. And you know from biology part of it, if you look at the classification, taxonomy, so we come into the primate. But there are other non-primates. कहा जाता है कि इंसान जो है, मानव जो है, उसका जो विकास हुआ है बंदरों से हुआ है. तो ये जो साइंटिफिक नोशन है कि we have come from monkeys or chimpanzees, gorilla, apes, what we call our closest relatives are apes, the other kind of primates. Is a primate there. At the same time, if you look at evolutionary history, so we can also compare with non-primates, right? So as a animal, as a physiological aspect, the body, the organs, the architecture. So there is always in the anthropology that kind of understanding as a human body, what is called anatomy, anatomistic. So there mostly what comes here, biological aspect. तो ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट होता है, दैट इज अ बायोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ दैट. और आपको पता है कि जो बायो बैकग्राउंड के हैं उनको पता होता है. यू रीड अबाउट स्कल, ह्यूमन स्कल, कई तरह के. इफ यू लुक एट आवर एंसेस्टर्स, निएंडरथाल, राइट, होमो पिथिकस, ऑस्ट्रेलोपिथेकस, व्हेन वी कंपेयर देम, then archaeological evidence, we try to compare the skeleton, the body part, how our skull as a part of present Homo sapiens has a comparison with the other kind of our ancestors who are no more. We are the only existing in terms of the part of Homo. When you look at genus, we are the only one. So those kind of biological aspect of that. Sometimes we go to genetics, that molecular biology, genetic aspect of, like the diversity in the world. If you look at human as a species and compared to other humans, and this genetic diversity is what comes in the form of ethnicity, right? When we say African, American, Latin American, even India also we have so much of diversity in terms of human race. What is the human race there? So that linkages you get. So in anthropology, what we study that early man came from Africa. Africa is the cradle where we evolved, right, and became a distinct species. So one area is biology. अब यहाँ सवाल उठता है कि क्या जो बायो बैकग्राउंड पे नहीं है उनको कितना बायोलॉजी पढ़ना होगा. My dear students, I tell you that it doesn't require a very specialized biological knowledge. It doesn't mean that you have to be BSc in botany or zoology or as MSc there. No. If you are coming from such academic background, you have an advantage. You have an advantage. Let's say if you have studied in college, BSc, MSc, undergraduate, postgraduate, coming from science background, you have a very big advantage. Because this whole concept can help you score marks. I will be coming to the breakup of marks also. मैं आपको बताऊंगा क्या क्या मार्क्स आते हैं. तो अगर आप बॉटनी जूलॉजी के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, है ना, अगर आप साइंस के स्टूडेंट हैं, तो मैं जरूर कहूंगा कि आप ये सब्जेक्ट लें, बिकॉज दिस विल गिव यू अ काइंड ऑफ हायर स्कोर इन द एग्जामिनेशन. अब आजकल जैसे यूपीएससी का हम कंपैरिजन करते हैं, वी कंपेयर दैट पार्ट ऑफ समटाइम्स स्टूडेंट थिंक I have a BSc botany background, I have BSc zoology background, so let me take optional as a botany zoology. Yes, you can take that. See, it's all about your interest. But again, see the past 10 years trend. आप पिछले 10 साल का ट्रेंड देखो, क्या कितने स्टूडेंट जो बीएससी बॉटनी और जूलॉजी या एमएससी बॉटनी जूलॉजी बैकग्राउंड के हैं और जो ऐसे सब्जेक्ट लेके ऑप्शन लेके यूपीएससी का एग्जाम दे रहे हैं, कितने लोगों का मेंस एग्जाम में सिलेक्शन हुआ? You find very less. हाँ, बट जो लोग एंथ्रोपोलॉजी लेके कर रहे हैं वो क्वालिफाई कर रहे हैं, they're qualified. So this is one area, physical. Then comes here this one, socio-cultural. Another very important part of the syllabus, socio-cultural anthropology, where in terms of man, society, like human society, you all know that what we call ourselves social animal. Man is a social animal, right? And we all know today, if you look at the society as large, we have family, right? We have kinship, that marriages, right? We have a, like, as part of evolution, human civilization, right? From past 10,000 years, man has been developing the kind of its own kind of a social system, the part of this. And particularly here, very important thing is Indian anthropology. When we compare with the Indian anthropology paper 2, then many of the socio-cultural thing comes into that. कई बार ये भी कहा जाता है कि मार्क्सिज्म, कार्ल मार्क्स, right? You know that Karl Marx, when you study the sociology subject, again that is also as a linkage with anthropology, right? Where the this comes into the part of the where the human aspect of it. Because Karl Marx talked about society, like bourgeois and the society part of it. But again, as a linkage, you will connect from the human perspective. It comes into that. What is something called from the Marxist anthropology. But today, human race, the society, what we like, for example, polyandry, right? Polyandry, marriages and all. Recently, you know that it was making a very viral news, Himachal Pradesh, right? Hatti tribe that marriages to two men, right? Where just what we know about Draupadi and Pandavas and all, but those kind of systems there. And when you look at tribal society, tribes, even today Adivasi or tribes, whether take Odisha, Jharkhand, Bengal, many parts of the country, even if you go to South India, Nilgiris, right, and other parts of the country, we have a lot of tribal population there. Even western part of the country, we go to Rajasthan, Gujarat, there we have tribes. If we go to northeastern part of the country, like Meghalaya, Garo, Khasi, Jaintia, then part of Manipur and all, again we find that different tribal. So they have got different type of a society. And then entire part of it, the social stratification, the different thinkers are there, different aspect of the theory comes. So there's another dominating factor there, which you can connect with the society and the culture, like way of life, how things have evolved, that comes in. Next thing what comes here, archaeological, आर्कोलॉजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि एंथ्रोपोलॉजी एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है जब हम मैन के बारे में पढ़ते हैं तो सब कुछ आ जाता है मतलब जनरल स्टडीज के हर चीज जुड़ जाता है आप उसको हिस्ट्री राइट पॉलिटी कल्चर सोसाइटी साइंस यू कैन कनेक्ट विद एनवायरनमेंट इकोलॉजी एवरीथिंग कम्स इनटू दैट दैट्स व्हाट मेक दिस सब्जेक्ट वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कि आपको हर एक चीज का है और जो आज हम देखते हैं हमारा जो ग्लोबल पर्सपेक्टिव है हमारा जो आसपास के जो हम ऑब्जर्वेशन करते हैं उसके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ये सब्जेक्ट बहुत आसानी से समझ में आता है वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस सब्जेक्ट इन अ प्रॉपर वे तो देयर यू कैन सी दैट दिस आर्कियोलॉजी हिस्टोरिकल लाइक द पैलियोलिथिक मेसोलिथिक नियोलिथिक एंड दिस पार्ट कनेक्ट यू विद द पार्ट ऑफ हिस्ट्री प्री हिस्ट्री and there we can talk about the humans, right? Archaeology, the science of excavation, when we take out the early society, early humans. और यहाँ पर केवल प्री हिस्ट्री की बात नहीं है, even goes behind it. As I said, Neanderthal, our earlier humans, their remains, and how the scientists study that. This is another area which comes in the part of the study here. Then, apart from physical anthropology, sociocultural anthropology, archaeological anthropology, the another area which is a very very important aspect which evolved in the anthropology, that is in terms of developmental anthropology. Like today, whatever the progress humans are made, तो यहाँ कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट जो है इकोलॉजिकल कॉन्सेप्ट भी आ जाते हैं, है ना? वहाँ कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट जो है इकोलॉजिकल कॉन्सेप्ट भी इसमें आ जाते हैं, है ना? वहाँ पर हम उसके बारे में भी पढ़ते हैं, है ना? जो चीजें जुड़ जाते हैं वहाँ पर एंड वी आर एबल टू सी दैट वी आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट पार्ट ऑफ दिस ह्यूमन पार्ट ऑफ इट, राइट? तो जैसे यहाँ पर जो है ये जो चीज है वी कम अक्रॉस दैट कैसे ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है अभी के टाइम एंड देयर सम ग्लोबल थॉट इनटू दैट नेशनल थॉट इनटू दैट, ठीक है? तो मैंने एक क्या किया कि ये जो सब्जेक्ट का देखें एक ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू करें तो ये 4 मेन डोमेन में कर सकते हैं। मैं अभी सिलेबस में भी आऊंगा, मैं आपको सिलेबस बताऊंगा सारा चीजें, लेकिन उससे पहले हम लोग एक काम ऐसा करते हैं थोड़े 5 लास्ट 5 इयर्स के कुछ ट्रेंड के बारे में बात करते हैं, ठीक है? कुछ 5 इयर्स का ट्रेंड बात करते हैं। तो यहाँ मैंने एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कोड रखा है, आई रीड दैट कोड, टू स्टडी एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इज टू होल्ड अ मिरर राइट टू मैनकाइंड, revealing not just what we are but how we became. Is a mirror, not only what we are but how we are becoming. So that is what the, if you have to sum up in terms of anthropology subject that is come there. Now let's look at past 5 years trend. अभी हम लोग इसमें past जो 5 years का ट्रेंड है और क्या मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, है ना? अगर हम इसको देखें यूपीएससी एग्जाम, यूपीएससी सिविल एग्जाम, अगर हम उसका पार्ट देखें तो उसमें पहला चीज तो ये है लास्ट ईयर, राइट? सो व्हाट यू सी, राइट, द एस्पिरेंट हियर, That is a Nidhi Pai, 2024. She got 110 rank, although she scored very high marks in anthropology, but her rank was there. See, you all know that. When you talk about rank, it depends on a lot of things. What it depends on ranks? See, when you take rank, it is just a bring here. जब आप रैंक की बात करते हो, है ना, जब रैंकर्स का अगर आप देखते हो, तो रैंक्स के लिए क्या क्या चीज है? एक तो है जीएस का पेपर, योर जीएस पेपर्स, जीएस 1 2 3 4, हाउ मच मार्क्स उसको. सेकंड यहाँ आता है एसे, और जीएस पेपर में आपको पता है वन ऑफ द डिसाइसिव इज एथिक्स पेपर, जीएस 4, दैट वन. और सबसे बड़ा गेम चेंजर क्या है? ऑप्शनल. अगर ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट आपका स्कोर कम है तो बहुत मुश्किल होता है गेटिंग इंटरव्यू कॉल. Earlier two options were there. 2013 UPSC made the change. Even one optional today not only select you in the exam but give you better ranks. You get a better rank there. तो ये सेंस में ये तीन चीज जो है. अब कोई भी रैंक, जैसे कि if you talk about Nidhi last year, although she has a very exceptional marks in anthropology, so what are the other areas matters there? Overall rank, maybe GS paper, any of the paper where score might have gone down, or essay, some average marks. Collectively you get the plus interview, you know that, plus you'll see that rank thing plus personality test or what we call interview marks, तब जाके मिलते होता है आपका रैंक. लेकिन हाँ, एक अच्छी बात है कि निधि पाई डिड वेरी वेल इन हर ऑप्शनल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. तो शी वाज एबल टू गेट दैट विदिन 200 रैंक, विदिन 150 रैंक शी गॉट. अब आप बोलेंगे सर ये 325 मार्क्स आउट ऑफ 500 मार्क्स, यू नो दैट 250 पेपर 1 पेपर 2, 250 maximum marks in each paper, total 500 marks. Getting any optional subject, I'm not saying anthropology, my subject, you take any anthropology or any subject, getting more than 290 is considered to be very good. 290 300 marks. Now आप पूछेंगे सर ये तो ऑफिशियल तो है नहीं, यूपीएससी तो डिस्क्लोज नहीं करता कि ऑप्शन में कितना मार्क्स आए. तो इट इज ऑल बेस्ड ऑन द काइंड ऑफ एस्टिमेट व्हाट candidate after performing in his or her exam comes out and with the rank. This is the total marks I have scored in the written part of the mains exam and then interview. So this rank and the total marks, and based on my performance in the exam writing mains exam, that is where the expectation, some kind of range. I would have got in anthropology this marks. So she has got this 2024 compared to the rare feat. I'm saying that just look at part of it. Although she has got, but you see the other kind of it. Top 5 I have said that. Now if you look at her, so what I was saying here? I was saying that the ranks here, the marks, right? So marks when you're looking into paper 1, paper 2. Now paper 1 you know is a theoretical part, and paper 2 that is a kind of more applied part. दो चीजें हम मैटर करते हैं, एक है थियोरी पार्ट, दूसरा क्या है अप्लाइड पार्ट है. दोनों का यहाँ पर पार्ट जो होता है कि हाउ गुड योर थ्योरी, यू नीड डेप्थ नॉलेज, एंड सेकंड इज एप्लीकेशन इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी which is more of the applied aspect of the anthropology comes into that. And 250 marks 250 marks 500 marks, और यहाँ पर अगर आपका रेंज आप 300 क्रॉस करते हैं तो डेफिनेटली 100% based on your GS paper essay and your interview you are going to get to become a topper. और ये हो रहा है, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी रैंक दे रहा है ना, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी रैंक्स आ रहे हैं. इज वन ऑफ द थिंग. इसलिए ये सब्जेक्ट को लेना फायदे का सब्जेक्ट है. अभी इस टाइम में जो ट्रेंड चल रहा है यूपीएससी का लास्ट 5-6 years में, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी has become, and it's not only people from science background, non-science background, humanities background, engineering background. Engineers are getting good ranks with anthropology. Now you see here, PK Siddharth Ramkumar, all India rank 4. He has scored all India rank 4, and what based on prediction 326 marks, paper 1 paper 2 combined out of 500, another exceptional marks, and you can see rank 4, right? That means this candidate would have done very well in not only anthropology optional but also in GS paper, essay and overall interview. to score the rank 4. Right? Even Ananya, if you look at Ananya, right? Ananya, she got rank 2. So top 10, you have the rankers. Right? You have the rankers. So what you see here, that continuously, if you just analyze, and I'm talking not only top rankers, other ranks also there. If you look at 100 rank, top 100 ranks, you'll find at least out of 100 ranks, you have 35 scoring with anthropology. That means one third you are getting with anthropology subject. Apart from sociology, PSIR, geography, other engineering subject, mathematics, a lot of options are there. But anthropology is now giving that kind of edge in the competition. So if you look at continuously anthropology, right, that has become a ranker, giving the ranks. You're getting the ranks here. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और मैंने क्या बताया इसके लिए आपको कोई है ना मास्टर लेवल की एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का नॉलेज नहीं चाहिए, आपको कोई एकेडमी लेवल नहीं चाहिए, आपको प्रॉपर वे से सब्जेक्ट को पता होना चाहिए, वो सबसे ज्यादा मैटर है, राइट? ये चीज है। तो मैं आपके डाउट्स भी देखता जाऊँ। आई हैव अ मोबाइल फोन विद मी दैट नाउ सिलेबस, हां आई एम कमिंग टू सिलेबस पार्ट आल्सो देयर, राइट? Few of the students who have there, I'll come to the note strategy also. I will be now discussing about note strategy. While is asking a question, I will be addressing her question. Then another person is Priti Mohan Sahu. I will come to that one also there. See, if you look at the length of the syllabus, it's just not more than 5 months. I'm saying maximum 5 months is enough to prepare the paper 1, paper 2. बहुत बार स्टूडेंट कंपेयर करते हैं कि पीएसआईआर, ज्योग्राफी, सोशियोलॉजी, बाकी सब्जेक्ट में कितना आवर्स देना होगा, कितना टाइम देना होगा, हाउ मच effort is required. This subject is not only simple in terms of understanding and scoring, even the length if you look at compared to other optionals, right? Compared to other optionals, if you look at in UPSC mains exam, other exams is a short, right? Syllabus, and you have a main must here objectivity is there. There's a subjectivity also, the objectivity is there. So that is what gives us a part of this. Now coming note making, I will be coming to that. But let's look at other there. 2022. Please go ahead. All India rank 71. He scored somewhere exam exceptional 315 marks out of 500 marks, 315 marks. There's another thing you can see where option 2022. Now if I go into part of 2021, Narayan Amit Malipati, all India rank 70. Again, see, although his ranks there is lesser, but 306 marks. That's what comes into. But what I'm saying here, apart from that, rank 1, all India rank 1, student from Bihar, Katihar, Shubham Kumar. He scored all India rank 1. And his background, he's an engineer, IIT Bombay. He studied from IIT Bombay. Same where I have studied. He's my fellow alumnus, IIT Bombay. Being an engineer, right? He took anthropology and he is my student. Right? Shubham Kumar is my student who topped the exam with rank 1. And he was my student in Vision also there. Vision is GS part. He should sit just, this is the classroom, he should sit at the back. And even after selection, we have been in talking terms. Right now he is a collector. He has selected his home cadre Bihar. He is right now in Bhagalpur. If you search him, he is right now posted as a collector in Bhagalpur district of Bihar. Recently got married. He got married. He invited me. But since I have been occupied with my classes, I was not able to go there. But he is in touch. He, with Anthropology Optional, 2020, ranked 1 in terms of that. 310 marks. So he was not only good in his subject, anthropology, and he considered being an engineer, he took this subject. But he also did very well in GS papers. That gave him an advantage. So what I am saying that over the past 5 years, what you see that is out of the 3-4 popular subject, anthropology is the first preference of the aspirant. Right? Is a most sought out optional subject by aspirant. ये सबसे ज्यादा डिमांड में है, और जैसे मैंने बताया कि अभी लगातार रिजल्ट्स आ रहे हैं, ये आपको दे रहा है। और लेकिन आप बोलोगे कि सर मैं तो साइंस वाला नहीं हूँ, मैं तो इंजीनियरिंग मेरा बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, मेरा बायो बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, क्या मुझे लेना चाहिए? डेफिनेटली यू शुड टेक एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. डोंट थिंक दैट इज बायोलॉजी. मेनी पीपल थिंक एंथ्रोपोलॉजी बायोलॉजी. Anthropology has got geography, history, society, sociology. You take all area of GS cross. This gives you kind of added advantage in your GS preparation also. That means you are not only this one. This basically helps in your GS subjects also there. You are able to connect with the theory and applied areas. कई बार हम क्यों लेते हैं कोई सब्जेक्ट को? आपको पता है, कोई ज्योग्राफी लेता है, क्या सोच के ज्योग्राफी लेते हैं कि वो ज्योग्राफी जीएस में भी काम आएगा, ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा. कोई सोशियोलॉजी लेते हैं तो वो सोचता है सोसाइटी हम पढ़ लेंगे, वो मेरे ज्यादा एफर्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. लोग पीएसआई लेते हैं तो बोलते हैं कि इंडियन पॉलिटी कवर हो जाएगा, आईआर कवर हो जाएगा, यही आपका थॉट होता है ना. तो लोग सोचते हैं एंथ्रोपोलॉजी कैसे करेक्ट होगा. बट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी गेट कनेक्टेड टू एवरी जीएस. इट गिव यू काइंड ऑफ एज to master every area of general studies. I'm not talking one area. PSI may look into polity and IR. Geography may look into completely geographical part of it. History will only help in history part of it. But anthropology is a jack of all trades. It help in all areas of GS. That is one of the very big advantage of choosing anthropology as an option. एक तो बहुत सिंपल है, दूसरा छोटा सिलेबस है, you have small syllabus, जल्दी आप कवर कर सकते हो, सारे मटेरियल्स इसके अवेलेबल है, और दूसरा सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप इसमें स्कोर कर रहे हो बहुत अच्छा मार्क्स, यू गेट अ वेरी गुड स्कोर मार्क्स, प्लस इट कवर्स एवरी एरिया ऑफ जीएस. नाउ माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, योर अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ थिंकिंग जो मैं अभी बताना चाह रहा था, इफ यू लुक एट दिस वन, की टेक अवेज फ्रॉम टॉपर्स एंथ्रोपोलॉजी मार्क्स, कंसिस्टेंटली हाई मार्क्स 290 प्लस they are getting there. To maintain a reputation as one of the highest scoring optional in UPSC over the last 5 years. I have given you all the examples of the toppers. Then paper 2 compared to paper 1, paper 2 Indian anthropology. So paper 2 compared to paper 1 trend, candidates generally score higher in paper 2. ये सब ऑप्शनल में होता है. पेपर 2 रिलेटिवली इजियर होता है, इसमें हाईएस्ट. और पेपर 2 क्या है, इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी बहुत सिंपल है, बहुत अप्लाइड एरियाज है, तो उसमें आराम से मार्क्स आते हैं. और एक और क्या चीज है, अगर हम देखें, सेफ हाई स्कोर रेंज गेट 260 to 80 marks is considered to be excellent, and if you are able to get 230 to 50 marks, it's good enough to give you top 100 with a strong GS. If you have strong GS foundation, and in the anthropology optional you are able to get 230 to 250 marks, so you will end up some in top 100. And if you have a even higher than that, 260 to 280 marks, you will be an excellent. You may be end up in top 10 ranks. That is what this subject is giving you. So that's what I am saying, that this subject you should consider, right? That means in terms of scoring, right, high marks one can do. It all depends on your preparation strategy, how you prepare your strategy. और preparation strategy किस पे depend करता है, कौन आपको पढ़ा रहा है, who is your teacher, which institute you are doing the part of it. It depends on the expertise of the teacher, the track record of the teacher. So, as a faculty teaching this subject, you will be getting everything, so that I produce another ranker. You may be one of the rankers, right? So that next time when you appear, you are the ranker. That part comes into it. So that's what comes here. So now if you look at further, let me give you other analysis part of it. Let's look at reason and impact. Then I'll give you the notes making there. A concise syllabus. Anthropology has got concise syllabus. I'll come to the main part of syllabus. Impact क्या है? Easy to revise multiple times. अगर आपका syllabus concise होता है, तो आप बहुत बार रिवाइज कर सकते हैं, और जितनी बार रिवीजन उतना अच्छा आपका कमांड, एंड आंसर राइटिंग का इंप्रूवमेंट करने का स्कोप बहुत बढ़ जाता है, एंड यू आर एबल टू गेट मोर मार्क्स. सेकेंड थिंग, स्टैटिक कंटेंट. but two areas come: static and dynamic. Static content, high return on invested time, like physical anthropology, is static, right? The many concepts, right? Things are there which are static part. That gives you part. Another thing here: overlap with GS 1 and 2, geography, history, society, culture. That overlap is there. So that gives you another edge here. The paper 2 helps in ethics, essay, and society. Even ethics paper, anthropology optional helps. Even essay writing, because what is anthropology? All dimensions of human and the world, and also society part of it. Now, predictable question. You can predict question. If you look at last 10 years, previous year question, PYQs of mains exam, कुछ ऐसे थीम है, repeated themes है. If you prepare those topics very well in both paper 1, paper 2, you can predict ये area है where the question come, I'll write it down. So that comes easier to attempt all 20 questions confidently. अगर predictability किसी subject का होता है तो आपको बहुत बड़ा advantage क्या मिलता है कि आपको prepared हो 20 questions in the paper 1, you write every answer and that give you the score in the optional. Then what come diagrams and flowchart. ये सबसे बड़ी बात है कि you can use diagrams and flowchart in the anthropology optional, helps to boost presentation and fetch marks. Better presentation and better marks you will score. So these are the advantages of choosing, benefits of choosing anthropology optional. And that's what I put across in the PowerPoint tabular form. This is all impact you have. What the syllabus and the impact you have. ये सबसे बड़ी बात है यहाँ पर, ठीक है? ये चीज है, which is comes here very important here. जितने लोग हैं. Now, do we need to cover current affairs anthropology? Subhi is asking question. Yes. So if you look at here, in terms of this part of the see, one is the syllabus part. एक जो है syllabus का part आता है, ठीक है? Now, when it comes to syllabus part here, let's come to that. So one is the static part. Now, a student is asking how much is the dynamic part? Current affairs. Current affairs really help you in this. जैसे कि ecological anthropology, man and the ecosystem, environmental aspect. A lot of new developments are happening. So even this subject, not the theory part, which you have to read, understand, memorize, but इसमें एक और बहुत प्लस पॉइंट क्या है कि आपका इसका जो डायनामिक पार्ट है, जो अप्लाइड एरियाज है, जो एप्लीकेशन पार्ट है, जैसे कि जो आप पढ़ते ट्राइब्स के बारे में. अब मैं कुछ और एग्जांपल देता हूँ. लेट मी गिव एग्जांपल व्हाट द स्टूडेंट हैज आस्क्ड मी राइट नाउ इन द क्वेश्चन. आई गिव वेरी गुड एग्जांपल. जब आप इंडियन सोसाइटी देखते हैं पेपर 2, राइट, ट्राइब्स का देखते हैं, तो नाउ पेसा, इवन यूपीएससी में क्वेश्चंस आ रहे, प्रोविजंस ऑफ एक्सटेंशन ऑफ पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशन. देन नाउअडेज जो प्रिमिटिव ट्राइब जो, अब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल दैट वेरी प्रिमिटिव ट्राइब में जरावा का नाम आता है, अंडमान आइलैंड, राइट, जरावा ट्राइब. अभी शॉम्पेन की बात हो रही है. शॉम्पेन ट्राइब, Nicobaris, Great Nicobar, and recently that I have discussed in my classes there also that development project of Great Nicobar. So what will be the impact of the society? Even in the paper 2, current affair based questions are being asked. I'll give you another example. Forest rights. Forest rights. Let's say I'll give you those are from Odisha. Right now, अभी जो लोग उड़ीसा से हैं, जो लोग आप अभी अटेंड कर रहे हो, कौन ट्राइब. मैंने क्लास में बताया था, एनवायरमेंट क्लास में आई डिस्कस दैट टाइम. व्हाट आई डिस्कस दैट नीलगिरी हिल्स, राइट, बॉक्साइट माइनिंग, डोंगरिया कौन, राइट. देयर आर मेनी सच काइंड ऑफ थिंग व्हिच इज पेपर ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर. नाउ हियर न्यूज़पेपर करंट अफेयर्स, जब हम न्यूज़पेपर से करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ते हैं, मैगजीन लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल योजना, कुरुक्षेत्र, पीआईबी, प्रेस इन्फॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो, व्हाट आर लेटेस्ट डेवलपमेंट्स आर देयर, वो आपको काफी हेल्प करता है. ये तो पार्ट हो गया, थ्योरी पार्ट हो गया. पेपर 1, पेपर 2 थ्योरी पार्ट पर यूज करते हैं. लेकिन इसमें जो डायनामिक एरियाज है, अगर आई शो द पेपर 2 हियर, लेट्स लुक एट द पेपर 2. आई जस्ट टेक इट इज पेपर 2, राइट. आई लुक एट हियर पेपर 2 हियर. टेक दिस, लुक एट पेपर 2. मैं आपको एग्जांपल दिखा रहा हूं. अगर आप पेपर 2 लो, this is a 2024 exam, UPSC मेंस एग्जाम 2024. Now look at here, I'll just take it as part of it. अगर आप पेपर 2 देखते हैं, right, now look at here, just I'll highlight them. See, every paper will have part A and part B, right? Total 5 questions you have to attempt, and part A and part B, the first question is compulsory. 1 and 5, they are compulsory. And the remaining three questions you can write from other part. At least part A का पहला और part B का पहला आपको अटेम्प्ट करना है, कंपल्सरी है. बाकी 3 क्वेश्चन आप कहीं से A और B से लिख सकते हो. Now comes here this current affairs, digitization of rural economy. Right now, you know, digital Bharat, we are making those kind of online thing of rural economy. Then see, origin of state society theory, Syro-Malabar Christians. तो प्रेजेंट जो न्यूज में आता है कि अभी जो सीरियन सारो मेलोवर क्रिश्चियन जो केरला, when you go to Kerala coast, Malabar region, based on that, then artisan tribes of Jharkhand, but somewhere there in the news, then you can see causes of stunting and wasting among tribal children. अभी ये रिपोर्ट में आ रहा है कि the tribal children, their growth and the loss of, you know, one of the reasons is malnutrition in terms of food and the nutrition part. So again, this part comes. Then you can see critically discuss the recent welfare measures. See, current affairs. Subhi has asked the question. I'm just taking the sample question. Critically discuss the recent welfare measures initiated by the government for the particularly vulnerable tribal community groups, PBTGs. Comment why PBTGs were erroneously called primitive tribal groups. Present government measures, Yojana, Kurukshetra, PIB. ये पेपर 2 है एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का, which I'm now covering here. Then see, PESA, continuously question on PESA is coming, and this you read in polity, Indian polity class, you know, Indian polity and governance. You read about PESA, provision of Panchayati Raj, right? Extended to tribal area. You know that Schedule 5, Schedule 6. You have read in Indian Constitution. That part. Now see here, how is PESA Act empowering local self-governance and impacting women's political participation? Developmental anthropology, empowerment of women, society part. Now see, deconstruct the colonial history of Indian anthropology, highlighting that is a theory part of it. But now see, current affairs, critically describe evidences from Rakhi Gadhi and its linkages to Harappan civilization. History, Harappan civilization, Rakhi Gadhi, you know that Mehran Gadhi, right? Rakhi Gadhi, Haryana. That establishment of Indus Valley civilization, Harappan civilization, prehistory, and then you have to connect with the described evidences from human point of view. Again, anthropology comes, historical anthropology आ जा रहा है यहाँ पर. अभी आपको पता है, मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. अभी रिसेंटली किलड़ी का जो एस्टेब्लिशमेंट हुआ है. What is Harappa civilization? Urban settlements. You read in history, no? Urban settlement, town planning, and all those kind of agriculture, everything is there, right? Abhi recently it is making headline near to Madurai in Tamil Nadu, Kiladi जो है site आया, that is changing the historical thought that now we have a excavated site, archaeological anthropology, जहाँ पे जो है settlement, early settlement, urban settlement being linked with the south. So that is what you read in current affairs newspapers, the Hindu newspaper, Indian Express, and then UPSC can ask question. The question आ सकता है इसमें. Now see here, examine the impact of forest policies, environmental anthropology, forest policies from 1878 to 2006. You know, 2006, central government passed a very landmark law. You know, FRA, Forest Rights Act. Scheduled Tribes and Other Forest Dwellers, Recognition of Their Rights Act, FRA. See here, 1878 to 2006 on land alienation, deprivation of rights of tribal community in India. Then see ethics. What are ethical concerns in biological and socio-cultural anthropology? Biological means physiological anthropology, socio-cultural anthropology because of recent advances in AI. Look at science and technology, AI, artificial intelligence, AI and genetic research, molecular biology, biotechnology research, and AI tool. How that has helped us understand from research methodology point of view, for part of the biological and sociocultural. how technological advancement helping understand more deeper part of the humans in the anthropology subject. Another thing that, so this what you have asked current affairs, how the current affairs very important. So this is what I'm trying to make you understand that current affairs has got another very important part of the syllabus pattern. Now let's go to the next part of it. If you take here this one, last 10 years, last 10 years का अगर हम देखें thinkers from 2014 to 2024. Now I'm coming to syllabus part. Then I'll give you the resources. Syllabus part thinkers, right? Anthropology thinker dominating paper one almost every year. अगर आपने को कर लिया पूरा नीट के बारे में सारी चीजें है, क्वेश्चन ऑफर कंपेयर स्कूल्स लाइक फंक्शनलिज्म वर्सेस स्ट्रक्चरलिज्म, like but another thing, tribal issues. I mean, I've just shown you the 2024 UPSC main exam. If you look at consistent 50-70 marks in paper 2, PESA, then displacement, education, they're asking continuously there. And they're connected with current affairs. Then policy and constitution, policy matters. More aligned with GS2, Panchayati Raj, then schedules, 5th schedules, 6 schedules, then NGO roles, those kind of NGO roles, data and diagrams, kinship chart. You have to use a kinship chart, like for example, Runa, right? Rid, Devaruna, right? All this kind of thing, the concept. You know that a Sapinda, the kind of what you have there, system of society. Today, what we talk Bautra, or all those kinds of Sapinda. And it has got a personal, like, when you say undivided Hindu family, there are a lot of certain things come there. So here it comes kinship chart, genetic flow chart, biological, like physical anthropology, fossil drawings. But these are static. But once you learn it, you can easily draw and get marks. Marks will be there. As in paper 1 then, overlap with GS, I would say increasing governance, laws, then social justice, based question, where paper 2, Indian anthropology. There are. So what is I'm saying here, if you look at the train part of it here, so here, last if you see here, the train part of it. So there are a lot of things which is coming here, and this is what making this subject very special. ये जो है, ये अगर train की बात करो, as I said here, paper 2 will help you fetch higher part in terms of paper 1, what you are getting there. And even paper 1, one of the things thinkers which you can, like once you have mastered this one, you have one part. Another thing, very very important thing is physical anthropology, biological anthropology. ये एक टाइम का एक्सरसाइज है. जेनेटिक्स या ह्यूमन एनाटॉमी का वो एक टाइम पढ़ने का है, अच्छे से करने का है. वो एक बार आपने पढ़ लिया, याद कर लिया, मेमोराइज कर लिया, तो आराम से मार्क्स, you are scoring marks. You are scoring the marks, right? And paper 1, this is what is said: tribes, policies, laws, governance. You can, like Indian tribes, society, whatever, Indian anthropology. Again, this gives you kind of a very competitive edge in the paper. Now further, if you look at, I'll take you to this one. The paper wise, if you look at 250 marks, which each paper has got. So let me just give you one more important thing here. Paper 1 is theoretical, what is the static concept theory, ideal for diagrams, flowcharts, structure answer. Paper 2, Indian focus, GS 1, 2, 3, 4 get covered there. Like both paper demand favorability with previous question, PY question. जब आपका क्लास होगा, when you will join my anthropology subject, my focus will be on PYQs, previous questions, so that whatever you are learning, you know what kind of question asked in the mains exam. PYQs बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, और उसमें काफी सारे रिपीटेड थीम्स हैं जो पूछे जा रहे हैं, है ना, वहां पे हमेशा उसके केस में. तो ये बहुत डिमांड है, जैसे मैंने बताया फॉरेस्ट राइट्स एक्ट के बारे में, पीवीटीवीजी के बारे में लगातार आ रही है. जस्ट गो एंड सी पार्ट ऑफ द रिपीटेड थीम. नाउ लेट्स just I'll take a little bit more time. I know that I'm giving you more detailed part, but a little bit more time I want to. You won't be able to see this. But when you join this anthropology optional, right, we are starting this optional, so you will be getting the detailed topics and subtopics. जैसे आप anthropology join करेंगे, आपको subject, topics, subtopics सारे plan करके दे दिए जाएंगे. You will be getting that. जैसे ये जो है 10 जो है पेपर 1 का है. Let me just briefly tell you that paper 1. So meaning, scope, development, anthropology, branches of anthropology. ये simple जो है relationship with other discipline, कैसे anthropology other subjects linked है ये सारे. Second जो है human evolution, biological anthropology, culture जो है theories of evolution, genetics, mentalism. आपने पढ़ा है mentalism, देखो mental mutation, chromosomal abnormalities. उसमें कई बार disease वगैरह भी आता है ना, जैसे कि sickle cell anemia and all those kind of things. Then fossil evidence, primatology, primates classification, comparison, evolution trend, fossil find, Australopithecus, Homo pithecus, and all this kind of thing comes. Then archaeological anthropology tool types, कैसे anthropology में archaeology use होता है, technique, carbon dating technique, Paleolithic, Neolithic तक का हमें पढ़ना है. Socio-cultural, marriage, family, kinship, descent, political organization, economic system. Linguistic anthropology. Another thing is very about linguistic. Developmental anthropology in terms of linguistic language, speech, text, semantic, and you know that humans worldwide, they have so many type of languages. So development of language, linguistic anthropology, language origin, classification, not phonetics, language families, social linguistic. और यही चीज पेपर 2 में जाता है जब हम इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी पढ़ते हैं, द्रविडियन, right, and the part of northern, how the languages originated there, different type of languages we have in India. India itself as a country, if you look at from the linguistic anthropology, we have a diversity. Whether take whichever part of India you take, we have different type of language and dialect. So that this part of paper 1 connect with the paper 2. Then you can see here religion, magic and art, theories of religion, like magic, rituals, symbolism, art in primitive society, anthropological theories जो है evolutionism, determinism, structuralism, functionalism, anatomism, ये सारे जो है ये सब चीज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे क्लास में. सिंपल. The research method in anthropology बहुत सिंपल है. हर साल क्वेश्चन आता है research methodology, like case study method, field work method, right? So here's a bit of the statistics comes, sampling, statistics, observation, which is very static. You can once you study, you can easily write the answer. Then statistics in anthropology, central tendency, dispersion. ये those who come from maths background, t-test, chi-square test, and you find this statistical thing in biology also. Though. That part comes. Now what I would like to bring here, if you look at paper 2 here, right? This paper 2 topic is something. So paper 2 अगर आप देखें, so what do you find? Evolution of Indian culture, Paleolithic to Iron Age. Now Harappan civilization के बारे में पूछा जाए, Mesolithic, Neolithic, demographic profile of India, population and all this, racial, linguistic element, caste, scheduled tribes, minorities, caste, tribe, religion India, उसके changes क्या है, tribe, caste continuum क्या है, और यहाँ पे बहुत important आता है sensitization, what is happening there, part of the influence of sensitization, regionalism, then communalism. Now language war is going on in India. That can be another, maybe अभी mains exam होगा 2025 का. So maybe this mains exam 2025 language related UPSC can ask the question paper 2. है ना, अभी जो mains होंगे इस बार का उसमें language related क्योंकि अभी चल रहा है ना, different part of country में language चल रहा है. So that again the part of can be connected with the anthropology. Then problem of SC/ST minorities, their poverty, land alienation, health, education, displacement, all this comes into that. Constitutional safeguard for SC/ST, scheduled areas, scheduled 5, scheduled 6. What are the plans? The government schemes क्या क्या है? Tribal ministry, what the kind of schemes are being run? Then coming to development program, NGOs, role of NGO in tribal development upliftment, TRIFED body है जो tribal development में काम करती, नीति आयोग उसके रिपोर्ट्स हैं. फिर यहाँ पंचायती राज जो है जो शेड्यूल रोल ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इन इंडिया, कैसे कैसे इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट क्या है, SC Roy, then you have a DN Majumdar, right, many those academicians, उसके क्या क्या contributions हैं, Syllabus that all the comes है. Then contemporary emerging issues, current affairs, emerging issues, contemporary issues like digitalization, that those kind of development there, globalization, impact on the tribals, the kind of westernization, then part of migration, how the migration happens, right, ethnicity and that debate that can be asked, right? So that is where you'll find this syllabus topic wise and subtopic wise. We will be going to that. We will be covering every aspect of that. तो ये बहुत important है कि आपको पता चलेगा कि एंथ्रोपोलॉजी के केस में क्या क्या चीजें. ब्रॉड टॉपिक में है, जैसे अगर हम देखें मार्क्स, अगर आप देखो पेपर वन, जस्ट वेरी क्विकली आई लीव टू दैट पेपर वन, राइट, फर्स्ट एरिया 10 to 15 marks. See, human evolution, biological 35 to 50 marks. And then again you see social culture, anthropology 40 to 60 marks. मतलब 250 marks पेपर वन, कहाँ पे ज्यादा स्कोर में आ रहा है? तो देन यू कैन सी एंथ्रोपोलॉजी थ्योरीज में 40 to 60 मार्क्स पेपर वन में ही आ रहा है। तो कुछ एरियाज हैं जो कि हाईलाइटेड एरियाज हैं। अगर पेपर टू की बात करें, ब्रिटिश मार्क्स, सो इफ यू लुक एट इवोल्यूशन ऑफ इंडियन कल्चर 20-30 मार्क्स, बट यू सी कास्ट, ट्राइब, रिलीजन 30 to 45 marks is coming in this area. Then you see another one, tribal problems and welfare, like land alienation, land rights, education, health, 40 to 60 marks. Then you see that out of paper two, there are some themes are there where is more marks, but in general, if you see, is almost at the equal level. Range of 25 to 40 marks. हर एक टॉपिक सब टॉपिक पे आ रहा है, यानी कि आपने अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कर लिया तो आपके लिए तो एज है, आप तुरंत 5 क्वेश्चन भी सकते हो और 5 क्वेश्चन, यू आर एबल टू डू दैट एंड यू आर एबल टू गेट द मार्क्स. So that is what advantage you get there. So it's a highly scoring paper, right? Nature, theoretical, conceptual, applied, India specific, moderate to relatively high. See here, if you look at high scoring, paper two, paper one, moderate, limited on this one, all this maps, flowcharts, all these are coming there, which you can easily can cover them. You know, आप easily इसको कर सकते हैं आराम से, वो चीज हो सकता है. That part is given here. So now if you see here, ये जो मैंने अभी ब्रेकअप जो बताया ये सारे, है ना, ये सब आपको हेल्प कर सकता है यहाँ पर. अब टॉपिक वाइज आप देखो, अगर स्ट्रेटजी नोट्स मेकिंग, somebody was asking now online notes making, simple notes making, जैसे आप जीएस का नोट्स बनाते हैं, that will be there, and I will provide you the notes. It's not that I will also give you the notes making there. So now you see high scoring static part, उसका आपने एक नोट्स बना लिया. In my classes, what I teach all of you, just only require continuous revision. So now here see flowchart, diagram, evolution, kinship, theories, cars, all this repeated and predictable. Then conceptual interdisciplinary, all these thinkers again repeated. Once you make a notes point wise and all the things meant with understanding, you can just revise that. Then map diagram, like fossils, like human anatomy, like tools, all this one. Again you can repeat it again. So these are where you can make diagram and all. And other GS also you can map with the anthropology option. That part comes. So high weightage you have got, right? Comprehensive teaching plan. Now I'm going to teaching plan. Then I'll address your questions. I'll take your doubts there. We are starting our classes from 1st of September. And since the syllabus is very concise, so September 1 we'll start the class, this one, and we will end by 26 January 2026. All of you who will be joining this program, our classes will begin from 1st of September and will go till 26th of January. And those who are really planning for 2026 exam, this is a golden opportunity for all of you. There's going to be a very big golden opportunity for all of you. Because if you start from September, by January 26th, your paper 1, paper 2 will be over. Right? And you will now then start focusing on prelims exam till May exam. And just after the prelims exam, you will shift back to the optional subject anthropology in terms of answer writing and mains test series. You know, I will be conducting test series. So if you look at, there are total 22 weeks spent. So I am going to take 22 weeks. The classes will be held. 5 months will be there, and there will be 3 classes every week. Online, we will be having online mode, and online mode, right? Our maximum classes will be digital mode. See, this method of teaching has more impact than laptop. So you will be getting recorded lectures. आपको रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स का एक्सेस मिलेगा. अगर मान लो किसी भी कारण से आप क्लास नहीं अटेंड कर पाते तो आपके पास एक्सेस होंगे. डिजिटल बोर्ड का यूज किया जाएगा. यू हैव पीडीएफ, व्हाटएवर आई राइट, यू विल गेट द पीडीएफ नोट्स ऑन द रिटन कंटेंट. प्लस आई विल आल्सो प्रोवाइड यू सम काइंड ऑफ कंटेंट मटेरियल्स. तो ये चीज है. and afternoon time will prefer 2 to 5 p.m. 3 hour class will prefer 2 to 5 p.m. so that it does not create problem for your morning batch, those who are the morning batch GS classes, and those who are attending evening batches GS classes. So afternoon time post lunch you will have sufficient time. There you can do the anthropology option, and then what I'll do here, this part you'll have this one. You'll have access to recorded lecture, recorded classes there. Then you have a class notes PDF. I'll provide you the PDF there. हर क्लास का आपको PDF मिलेगा जो आप हमेशा रिवाइज कर सकते. Then they will printed this notes, right? Printed notes in terms of that I will be trying to provide that. You are able to get those notes and everything there, right? Now recorded class what I've written, it again depends on the management. So, but the preferred one will be live. You will be attending live classes. As of you are in the offline class. वो मैनेजमेंट की पॉलिसी डिपेंड करता है कि क्या मैनेजमेंट एप्टी प्लस का मैनेजमेंट आपको रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर देते कि नहीं देते, आपको सॉफ्ट कितना कॉपी मिलता है. प्रोबेबली हो सकता है कि आपको प्रिंटेड चीजें मिल जाए, पेपर 1 पेपर 2 यू मे गेट प्रिंटेड फॉर्म, एंड अगेन डिपेंड्स ऑन कि whether you are able to see that, but we'll try in the level best that you are in a comfort zone, right? You are in the comfort zone. Now coming to this one, support system by the faculty and the institute. Classes delivered online, as I said. Online will be class notes, study material by faculty, and curated model answers of paper 1, paper 2. This is going to be very important. What I will do with the topics paper 1 और paper 2 का हम लोग जो है दोनों का प्रीवियस 10 years क्वेश्चन पेपर, 10 years मेंस एग्जाम, right? Paper with each of the topic and subtopics will have the model answers. I will be discussing the model answers, approach to answer writing. क्या अप्रोच होना चाहिए, कैसे हम उसको एडजस्ट करेंगे, ये चीज मैं बताऊंगा. हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू राइट दोस आंसर्स, वो क्लास के साथ साथ क्लास के बाद में भी ये सपोर्ट सिस्टम एज अ फैकल्टी आई विल प्रोवाइड यू, दैट यू विल गेट दिस काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट. एंड दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वी फॉर 10 years. अगर किसी भी स्टूडेंट के लिए 10 साल का पूरा पेपर, टोटल नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस पेपर 1 पेपर 2 का प्रॉपर बेसिस समझ गया, उसका प्रैक्टिस हो गया, मॉडल आंसर, you have competitive advantage. You get a competitive advantage there. So that we will try to cover there. ये monthly सबसे important यहाँ होगा study plan and progress. So what I'm going to do कि इसके अलावा जो है इसके साथ साथ में you will have monthly progress, but something called I will monitor your progress. My task is to teach you. ठीक है, सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाना एक अलग चीज है. But this one, you will be getting continuous support from my side. Particularly your monthly progress report card. You saw कितना hours आपने पढ़ा, कितना आपने revise किया, how much you have done your homework report card, and also we'll have a monthly mentorship. We'll go for monthly mentorship kind of thing there. We'll have जब आपको जरूरत होगा I will be available. मैं हूं ना. ठीक है, तो जब आपको जरूरत पड़ेगा I will be there. हमारा ग्रुप होगा, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप होगा, हमारा अपना ग्रुप होगा अपने एक्सपर्ट का. टीचर, ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट के टीचर and the student have a very close bond, and optional will get you rank, so you will be approachable to me for anything. It's not like this one for other things where subject GS and essay writing also I guide you there. Not a problem in that way. Monthly mentorship will be there as a group and also individual. That I'm going to give you support. ये सब plus point है by joining this one. Feedback session, टेस्ट जो होंगे, फॉर एग्जांपल फेस टू फेस डायरेक्ट इंटरेक्शन सेशन जो होंगे, और ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है कि व्हेन आई विल कम टू कोलकाता सेंटर, apart from GS classes what I teach, I will also have face-to-face, one-to-one interaction with all my Kolkata students there. Same way, Bhubaneswar students. And even those who are watching right now, other than right to Kolkata Bhubaneswar, wherever I go, you know that I am called flying faculty, right? I am a pan India faculty. So if I let's say I am coming to Hyderabad, I'll meet you in person. If I'm coming to Chennai, if I'm coming to Bangalore, I'm going to Jammu Kashmir, I'm going to any part of the country, let's say Gujarat, Ahmedabad, and you are joined this program. So whenever I'm there, I will meet you there. Kerala, Trivandrum, from Vijayapad, you will be able to talk to me, and that will be physical interaction. Digitally, we are meeting there, but it will be one to one. That's going to be another very important component of this hybrid mode program. And then here, every month, there will mentorship, I said, continuous revision. So what we will focus on that, one will be that continuous revision. Task will be given to you. And again, remember that continuous revision does not mean that I will follow carrot and stick model. You know what is carrot and stick model? One is that reward. Positive reinforcement. What is something called in psychology? Positive reinforcement. You do one task, small task, right? Something more, something more, something more, one by one, hand holding. Then, as I said, this will be connected with the doubt session. We'll have all the doubt sessions online also, and whenever I'm coming here, you will have direct one-to-one with me. ठीक है, डाउट सेशन वगैरह होगा और जो टेस्ट होंगे, टेस्ट एंड रिविजन्स, मिनी टेस्ट विल बी हैविंग मिनी टेस्ट, जो टॉपिक वाइज मिनी टेस्ट विल बी देयर, and once the syllabus get over in the after prelims exam, we'll have a complete paper wise after prelims. Let's say after prelims exam, month of June, right? June to, let's say, September, August, September. When the exam means exam is there, August to September. So what you will have there, paper wise. You will have paper wise comprehensive test. Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2. Comprehensive test will be there. See, when your classes will be going on, this mini test will be with the classes. There's 5 months classes starting from September 1st. During the classes, Sunday, maybe Saturday, and I will evaluate your papers. Personally, I evaluate each one of those papers, give my feedback, and then in mentorship session, we will have one-to-one discussion. Why you are getting less marks? Where you have to work hard? Where you have to improve further? Where is the problem in your answer writing? That mentorship will be done by me to each one of you, right? That will be part there, and the rewards, जो बढ़िया करेगा उसको मेरे तरफ से रिवॉर्ड मिलेगा, ठीक है? So that you are motivated, कि सर yes करना है, अच्छे से करना है ना, मार्क्स लाना है, मुझे टॉपर बनना है, I want to become a topper, right? वो चीज मैं I want to do it, ठीक है? So that is what I will be giving that. So mini test will be going to with the classes there. ठीक है? And after prelims exam, complete paper 1, paper 2, full test. That will come. Then what will be next thing here? Next thing will be this from weekly planner. You will get weekly planner like this. You will get the study plan, topics and subtopics. That support system will be from my side. Well developed planner. How many hours you will study? And we'll go week wise. Starting from September 1st, first week, paper 1. We'll start with paper 1. We'll end paper 1 by November. By November, our paper 1 will be over. Starting from September, by November, paper 1 will be over. 12 weeks, paper 1. And then from week 13, paper 2 will start. November second week or third week onward will start, and week 22. That means we will complete by January 26. 2026 जनवरी 26 जनवरी 2026 26 January 2026 will complete the syllabus. Paper 2 will have a after November, mid of November, paper 1, September there, and from there you will complete the part of the paper 2. Then you will be on the prelims mode, preparing for prelims exam. And you get all the study plan. So very important thing is that this study plan. One is this one, study planner. Second is the weekly this topics and subtopics. In advance, you will be knowing that what our sir is going to teach. That part will be there. Then this monthly planner will be there. You will plan something in advance, and then reporting will be there. Progress review, how much you are able to do, and that progress review will be added with the mini test, so that you are on the track with the evaluation and feedback, note making, feedback, that will be done. ये चीज होगा है ना, जो मैंने भी लिखा है ऊपर, this all thing will follow that. ठीक है, the mini test and evaluation part of it. Then reference sources, let me just at the last give you reference sources. See, there are multiple books out there. If you look at Anthropology Optional, there are so many books out there. See, you have to buy some reference books for your better understanding. See, I will teach in the class, I will give you the notes. But apart from that, your own self-reading. But what is very important? Looking into PYQs, previous year questions. Looking into PYQ, previous year questions, and the things, teacher has some kind of structured notes. When you look at a book will have a lot of topics, lot of areas, but they may not be structured. So you will be whatever covering in my classes, that will connect with the references. Like for example, paper 1, core concept, culture, society, Nadim Hasnain, Introduction to Social Cultural Anthropology, very good book. Majumdar and Madan, there is an Introduction to Anthropology, basic understanding of subject. Then Ember and Ember, but Ember and Ember you don't have to read all chapters. कई सारी किताबों में रेफरेंस बुक्स में आपको सारे चैप्टर्स नहीं पढ़ने होते, सेलेक्टिव चैप्टर्स होते हैं, सेलेक्टिव रीडिंग ऑफ टॉपिक्स, सब टॉपिक. दैट एज अ टीचर आई कैन टेल यू these are the topics you have to read. So that part will be selected, chapters will be there, right? See, class notes, you have to then look into topics, subtopics, paper 1, paper 2, and that you will connect with the chapters of a reference book, standard book. उसको आप उसमें connect करेंगे. You will be connecting with that. And then if you look at other subjects, like for example, paper 1 only, anthropological theories, Makhan Jha, very important book. Structuralism, functionalism, right? Differentialism, all this one. Vidyarthi and Right, Tribal Culture of India, which is also kind of paper 2. Then research methods, Russell Bernard. This is followed other optional also. Not only anthropology, other optional also comes into that. That part will be there. So these reference books, the reference books, right? Here, that will be for your more in-depth study, understanding, and your self-reading, when you study self-reading. Then in-depth, because sometimes in paper 1 you require depth knowledge. In-depth, right, study will be there, which I will guide you the notes making, prepare short notes. That will one. And this notes you will finally connect with PYQs, previous year questions. Paper 1, particular paper 1. You require this one. With these reference books which you will be following, understanding the topics with the class, whatever I am teaching the class, then you will go back and read yourself, in-depth study, connecting the doubts and clearance through the through me, all those kind of things. Then notes making and PYQs. You will be continue with it. That has to be the approach. Now coming to further biological anthropology, one time है, एक बार आपने physical anthropology अच्छे से पढ़ लिया, biological anthropology, फिर आपको रिवाइज करना है, कंटिन्यूसली रिवाइज. Like here, P. Nath, Physical Anthropology, very good book. Das, Outline of Physical Anthropology, Sarkar, 3 मैंने रेफरेंस दिए, सारे नहीं पढ़ने हैं। बायोलॉजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का कई बार इग्नू का जो सोर्स है, इग्नू बीए एमए एंथ्रोपोलॉजी नोट्स होते हैं, तो इसमें क्या करना है, इसमें जो है दिस फिजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, I will, you don't have to buy a reference book for this. This biological book. Those who are coming from science background, biology background, botany, geology will have that. You will be sufficient class notes and faculty materials. ये sufficient होगा आपको लिए। आपको उसमें पी नाट और बाकी ये जो जितने हैं उसके पीछे नहीं भागना है। हाँ, those who want to read can read about evolution theory, genetics, and other part. Those who want to read, you can read them. जो लोग पढ़ना चाहते हैं वो पढ़ सकते हैं, but I will be giving you sufficient notes on physical anthropology. You will have sufficient notes, nothing to worry about that. Then coming to this paper 2, applied anthropology, Indian anthropology. The reference books, if you look at Indian society, tribes and caste system, so you have Nadim Hasnan, Indian anthropology, very good book. LP Vidyarthi Binay Kumar, tribal development and problems. क्योंकि इसमें प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ ट्रैवल वो हर साल आ रहा है, ट्राइब्स का इज आस्किंग विद क्रिस्टोफर वॉन फॉर हैमिल्टन राइटिंग, ये उतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं, बट आई विल गिव यू नोट्स ऑन दैट। हियर यू विल गेट द नोट्स ऑन दिस, short notes will be there, but this LP Vidyarthi part and this again you have to correct what I've been saying, that is correct in paper 2 and Indian anthropology। एक है कि जहाँ रेफरेंस बुक से आप पढ़ लो, जैसे अभी जो मैंने रेफरेंस बुक का नाम बताया, ये जो रेफरेंस बुक्स है, but again current views, government policies, right, government policies and part of it, that part you have to connect with that, which is हम लोग connect करेंगे, that part will do that, that part will be there, we'll be covering that. Further, there's village studies, social change, जहाँ पर होता है, तो उसमें भी आएगा, जैसे एमएन श्रीनिवास का है सोशल चेंज इन मॉडर्न इंडिया, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एमएन श्रीनिवास, संस्कृताइजेशन of the society, which is also currently sociology optional. You read in sociology optional also. Then Andre Bettel studies in agrarian social structure, but for the agrarian society, rural development, rural and agriculture based human society development. But again, now we don't have to go very detailed. I will connect with the part and provide you notes on that. This part you will be getting this you will connect with the class notes. This village or rural, this is a part of anthropology, right? In terms of agrarian society, right? So ये जो part है, this one, I'll connect with that. This you have to connect, so you don't require a specialized so much of notes. हाँ, but M.N. Srinivasan जो theory है, वो part हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. We will be studying that, and that where the UPSC is asking question. इसमें question आ रहा है. And this part of question is coming there, right? यहाँ question आ रहा है, and if I take it to this one, मैं आपको एक और चीज दिखाता हूँ. If you see OS exam, ये OS exam का पेपर है. But you see this OS exam, Odisha Public Service Commission, 250 marks का है. Group A, again इसमें part A, part B, Group A, Group B का है. If you see your question, this is paper 1, pre-Darwinian theories of evolution. OS exam, UPSC exam. Twin studies used to differentiate between genetic and environmental influence on traits. That part again. Then you can see application of anthropometric design defense equipment. Now the applied area given. Discuss the key difference between Paleolithic and Mesolithic periods, highlighting the adaptation, technological advancement. That part given. Then paradoxes, concept of culture and how this, right, anthropological study. Then contemporary thing, analyzing contemporary societal conflicts, particularly in the context of nation states. Applied and the part of it. So you can connect with every area of GS. That's what I'm saying. That understanding of ethnicity, ये part जो है, significance of genetic resources in ecological anthropology, OS exam, and same thing if you connect. If I take you this one, another one, here if you look at this one, इसमें भी आप देखो OS exam ये state PCS का है. यहाँ भी क्वेश्चन आप देखो कितने सिंपल क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन स्टेट लेवल में. जो लोग उड़ीसा के हैं, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं, टू द पॉइंट, हाई स्कोरिंग. यू सी दैट स्ट्रक्चर नेचर ऑफ ट्रेडिशनल इंडियन सोसाइटी सीधा लिखना है, theory of पुरुषार्थ डायरेक्ट लिखना है, impact of Christianity on Indian society, define society डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन, contribution Indian anthropology to tribe and caste studies डायरेक्ट, see here development programs, welfare measures of for tribal development, current affairs, PIB, in development part of, then cause of undernutrition among tribal population, again current contemporary time, tribal movement in India, contemporary times. So what I am saying that when you are looking at even state PCS, so whatever you learn for UPSC exam will connect with your, so whatever you are covering here, UPSC exam, that is sufficient for you to even civil service exam, mains exam, anthropology, you can connect with your state PCS exam, PSC exam. और आपने यहाँ अच्छे से कर लिया, this is cake walk, state level exam cake walk, same subject, will be cake walk for all of you, right? तो ये रेफरेंस जो मैंने बताया ट्राइबल डेवलपमेंट पॉलिसी है, जैसे कि ज़्यादा कमिटी रिपोर्ट है, कई बार कमिटी रिपोर्ट जो ट्राइबल को लेके जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के ट्राइब जो रिपोर्ट्स है उसमें ज़्यादा कमिटी का बहुत बार नाम आता है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स का जो रिपोर्ट है, तो जैसे आप जीएस के लिए पढ़ते हैं नीति आयोग का रिपोर्ट, पीआईबी में जो आते हैं कमिटीज कमीशन, हाँ तो फोकस क्या है वो हम देख रहे हैं डेवलपमेंटल एस्पेक्ट इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट में करेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये कई बार क्वेश्चन पेपर में आता है ऐसा कमिटी रिपोर्ट, देन नीति आयोग रिपोर्ट ऑन ट्राइब्स एसटी स्कीम, पीआईबी पीआरएस इंडिया, व्हाई पीआरएस इंडिया, लॉ एक्ट्स अमेंडमेंट टू द सेक्टर ट्राइबल लॉज, देन योजना कुछ क्षेत्र for current updates. So again current updates we will have that, what will have, we will have this monthly current updates, in anthropology. ये मैं डिस्कस करूंगा, आई विल डिस्कस इन द क्लासरूम कि फ्रॉम करंट अफेयर्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इन द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजी व्हाट आर सम लेटेस्ट डेवलपमेंट एंड यू गेट नोट्स ऑन दैट, राइट, जो आप फॉलो करेंगे मंथ वाइज, इट विल मंथली वे इट विल डन दैट आई विल बी ट्राइंग टू प्रोवाइड यू इन द पार्ट ऑफ अदर इंपॉर्टेंट सोर्स में आते हैं जैसे पीवाईक्यूज, you should have at least 10 years PYQs. Then again toppers notes, another very important thing will be this one, toppers notes. इग्नू का मटेरियल यू कैन रीड देयर, बीएमए एंथ्रोपोलॉजी मॉड्यूल्स क्लियर है, स्ट्रक्चर्ड है, अगर आपके पास टाइम है तो पढ़ सकते हैं, तो मैं उसको बता दूंगा कौन-कौन से चैप्टर्स पढ़ने हैं, क्या-क्या टॉपिक पढ़ना है। एंड देन आई सेड वेब सोर्स पीआईबी है, पीआरएस है, मिनिस्ट्री वेबसाइट है, इवन इंटरनेशनल वेबसाइट पे यूएनडीपी वगैरह आता है, राइट, यूनाइटेड नेशन डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम, बट यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अभी, सी वंस यू जॉइन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी ऑप्शनल आई विल बी देयर टू हेल्प यू आउट, अभी सब जगह जंप नहीं करना, will go gradually, पहले तो सब्जेक्ट को पकड़ना है, तो have hold on the subject, then we will develop on that, so there's nothing to worry there, those all sources will be given to you, shared with you, so we will go with the complete hand holding approach, but fundamentals, when we start with fundamentals we will go to the advanced area because we need in-depth knowledge, right? We have to move from this level to this level, and that is the role of a teacher. How the teacher helps you. That way, I will be able to do that. I will take your doubts there. Whatever your doubts are there, so some tips I will give you there. That you can connect with the other areas of GS also there. Like when you are studying GS, this flowchart diagram wherever possible, prepare tribal case studies, very very important. Whenever read from current affairs case studies, PYQ linked micro topics, this I will be mastering you, I will be giving you that kind of thing there. Practice 20 question mock, timer and peer review, this will do even after prelims exam will have, and then focus on paper 2 for value addition, Indian context clarity, because paper 2 is very scoring, and whenever you make notes, try to make the notes with a flowchart and diagram, but will help out there. I will be helping out with that. Okay, मैं इसमें help. I will take certain doubts there. I'm there in YouTube channel. I can see there. How to prepare the notes? While I've given you that you have to use the flowchart diagrams and all this. That part you can do. Then Preeti Mohan Sahu has asked, how vast is the syllabus? What I've said it's very concise, not very vast. Should we ask, do we need to cover current affairs? Yes. And I will be covering monthly current affairs. That part comes. Then Raza Ali is saying, other part of their Indian part of their, now do we need to cover current affairs for as well? Yes. Should we have it? Then another person saying, is OPSC enterprise syllabus different from no? Same. OPSC anthropology syllabus is same as UPSC anthropology syllabus, but the nature of question on tribes of Odisha will be asked. There you have to look from tribal development and tribal aspect of particularly paper 2. We'll have at the national level, same as UPSC, but we'll also have from Odisha state also. There also it will be covered. Syllabus is same, there's no difference. OPSC exam, UPSC exam, syllabus of anthropology same. Only what is the nature? OPSC exam questions will be direct, simple question. If you have done proper notes and all, revision, continuous revision, you'll be able to write answer. And those current development thing or government programs and all will be focused from Odisha point of view. But there will be also global, remember that, worldwide, global and national context also. Right? That will also be part of that. Okay, what I would like to add here, apart from that, let me see if you have any other doubts right here. I will be able to clear. I've already cleared your doubts. You have even I'll ask if there's a man has got any doubt. I'll ask that. I will now join through my mobile phone. If you have further more doubts, then I can address them. So I'm just joining right now. Right. So if you want to ask further, I'm here to help you. Ma'am, please. Okay, I have joined right now.
My voice may be sort of. Any doubt you have?
I've
I've
just
just
joined
joined
right
right
now.
now.
There
There
were
were
several
several
doubts
doubts
in
in
the
the
YouTube
YouTube
channel.
channel.
वो मैंने एड्रेस कर दिया है. Anything further? Any student want to ask any doubt? I have just joined through the out of streamline, but I can take that. If there is no doubt, then I know that whatever I tried to give you about the subject understanding, I think this would motivate you to join anthropology, right? So, in that context, I can right help you in that if you really want to go into that. So, as I always say that, okay? So I will end my session with this one. Anthropology is not just the study of mankind, human race. It is the art of understanding humanity and decoding diversity and writing answers that bridge the ancient with the contemporary thing. It's not only the man, human as a species, Homo sapiens, but also in terms of understanding the entire human race, humanity, decoding it, diversity, how the differences, writing the answer that bridge the ancient with the modern times, contemporary things. So what is here? Master it, and you don't just score marks, right? You share your perspective as a future civil servant. So taking anthropology optional in civil service exam, whatever you are getting marks and getting a rank, but it also shape your thought process, your perspective, and this will help you on the job. When you become an IAS officer, when you become a civil servant, all what you have done for your examination to get a rank, get the job, will come into play. This is what anthropology subject is all about. So that what will shape your perspective as a future civil servant. And that's why it is the most sought out kind of a subject. Is the most sought out optional subject, right? Optional subject. So I do believe that based on this discussion, you would, right, feel motivated to join this optional subject. And rest, I'm there as a Sarthi, right? You as a warrior will join there. I as a Sarthi will take you to your goal, final goal, right? So I hope this exercise what we did is able to make you understand. And I've already given you the last 5 years trend of this subject, right? So I thank you for your participation in this session, and I'm really very glad of your interaction through the YouTube channel, that all the doubts and everything. I'm very, very happy with that to answer all your questions, and I'm looking forward to teach and guide you as an anthropology optional kind of student. And then you can kindly contact Apti Plus. You have the given number here. So please contact the management. Enroll yourself to this program, right? So that 1st of September we start with this subject, and January you are full confident with the optional subject. So let's start with that, and I wish you all the best for your success and the journey. So thank you everyone. Looking forward to meet you and teach and guide you. Thank you, Apti Plus management. I thank from my side to the whole Apti Plus management to come out with this particular subject and helping the student at large to get into this subject, which is very sought out subject and a scoring subject. So I hope this effort of institute and the faculty will give you your success and as a rank in the examination. So looking forward for more interaction. Thank you, Apti Plus. Thank you all of you who attended this session and right now watching this. Thank you all. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.